Hey, Jock, great to see you, buddy. How's your evening treating you? Well, I'm doing just swell. Thank you for asking. So, how's your weekend going, Jock? I'm very sorry to hear that, Jock. There are very few things that are as painful as tooth pain. So, I, uh, I do not envy you, but I am sure you'll get it fixed up in no time. Have you scheduled an appointment with a dentist, or is it just like a temporary thing, like you just happen to bite down on a particularly hard apple and hurt your teeth? That's good. That's very good. That's that's one of the bad things about tooth pain is that like if your leg hurts, just don't stand on it. If your arm hurts, don't move it so often. If your neck hurts, put it in a comfortable position. With teeth pain, it's very hard to find a way to alleviate that pain because it's just a throb. So I definitely do feel for you, buddy. And hopefully, in the meantime, maybe you can grab some Orajel or something that will numb it up a little bit. And I hope that it's nothing too serious. Oh, well, that's not fun. Well, hopefully you can get into the dentist really quickly and have it taken out. My weekend's gone well. Uh, had some groceries delivered today. So I made some tacos, and I greatly enjoy tacos. I uh, watched a couple of movies here and there, or I attempted to, anyways. I uh, I was I was on a website that definitely does not show pirated movies. That's not what it does. But I was on said website that does not show pirated movies, and they have a list of movies that you can watch completely legally, and they go by like newer releases. So one of the movies that were on there was, I guess it's on Amazon, maybe Hulu, I'm not sure, but that new Munsters movie with that was directed by Rob Zombie. And I just remember a couple of months ago when the trailer came out, everybody was very not upset with it, but more or less confused by it. And so when I saw that it was out, I went and I started watching it, and I was greatly confused by it. I've never been the biggest Munsters fan. I mean, the TV show was much was shot was it aired much earlier than I was born. So I obviously I didn't grow up with it, and I'd watched a couple of episodes here and there. Like there's that one episode of the Munsters that's about wrestling. I've seen that one, but I've never been a big Munsters guy, right? But I was like, well, I want to see what all the hubbub is about. So I started watching the movie, and it was very confusing. Like it looked like there are movies that look cheap, but this one looked astonishingly cheap. Like there are TV shows that look better. This one just looked very synthetic. It looked like the pilot of a TV show that had a very small budget, and the humor was not good. Uh, I greatly dislike Sherry Moon Zombie. I don't think she's a good actress, and I understand that she's your wife and you're the director, so anything you direct is going to have your wife in it, because obviously you want to stay married, so you want to give your wife acting parts. But maybe step away from the nepotism a little bit and hire the best actress and not just someone who sleeps in the same bed with you. There, I didn't understand a lot of the humor. I mean, there was one part that I understood where it's not Morticia. I'm not sure what the daughter's name is. Lily, I think. Is it Lily? I don't know. Uh, she's on a date with Nosferatu, and the date's going poorly. Is my camera blurry? Let me see if it just needed a focus or something. Still looks blurry, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't know. This whole thing is just this streaming thing is not going my way this past week. No, Wednesday was from the Addams Family. I mean the wife in the wife in the Munsters. I think her name is Lily. She's the daughter of the grandpa, whatever. Anyways, that's not the main thing. She's on a date with Nosferatu, and it's supposed to be a bad date. And as a bad date would, he's going on and on about his pets. And I'm like, oh, I understand that. Like, there's always going to be those people who have a bunch of pets, like me, and they think that their pets are the cutest and everything, so they want to show them off. It's like, okay, that's funny, haha, I get it. But it just looks so cheap. I just couldn't understand it. Like a neon nightmare. And I know I've seen Rob Zombie movies before. I didn't care for his rendition of Halloween, and I thought House of a Thousand Corpses had some fun ideas, but whatever. I didn't care for The Devil's Rejects as much either. I was like, okay, well, this guy's got good ideas at least. Maybe it'll be something, but I don't know. It's like it was made for children, and granted, it probably was. It was probably made for children. So, obviously, it's going to be more colorful and whatever that is for kids. But also, why the hell are you doing a Munsters movie for children? The children don't understand what the hell the Munsters are. That show was around in like the 60s. There's no there's no way that a child is going to understand this concept. And I mean, is a and just judging by the first 20 minutes or so, whatever I watched of it, it wasn't. It was a prequel. So a prequel to adequately enjoy a prequel, you kind of have to know what the story is, so that you can journey back in time with the person. But they didn't introduce any of the characters. It's just like, oh, here's a vampire, and she's going out on dates with funny people. Uh, I don't understand. There's probably, I'm sure that a there whoever this show is for, I'm sure that they greatly enjoy it. Yeah, maybe I can wipe this off a little bit. I'll just use this real fast. Why is it so blurry? I don't understand. I'm trying to get it to focus, but it's not. Oh, this makes no sense. Okay, I don't know. I don't know why my camera's blurry. It's I don't remember it being blurry before. I mean, it looks clear right here, but I lose focus. Maybe, maybe I need to lower it or something. I don't know. I don't even care. Well, the whole thing is, she's a vampire. So, like, the grandpa is a vampire and she's a vampire. So he's trying to set her up on dates with other vampires. I don't know. It's it's just weird, It's just I I'm interested to see if anybody else happens to watch the entire thing. Maybe somebody with a little bit more knowledge of the TV show, so they can explain it. Yeah, but I watched that for nothing other than morbid curiosity. So that's what I did tonight. I made tacos and I watched 20 minutes of some terrible looking movie. It's just it's weird. You know, in today's day and age, God, this really does not feel good on my ankle. I've never heard of Smile. Can you give me the rundown of it? It's curious in this day and age when uh, cameras have never been more um, accessible, you know, and no one's going to tell a director that they need to shoot on film that's like way more expensive, you know, and everybody can shoot digitally, but I've seen I've seen YouTube videos that looked more real than this movie. I don't know if it was just the color or, and I know nothing about movies. I know nothing. So I can't explain why it looks so bad. I just know it looked bad. I can look it up and try to watch see if I can find the trailer on YouTube. I do like horror movies. I'll yeah, I'll have to look that up. What was that? I remember there was one movie that came out a couple of years ago. Uh, what was it called? Truth or Dare, I think. And people would get it had a similar kind of thing where people would get possessed and they would have this big stupid smile. And hopefully this one is done a little bit better because I remember that one being very goofy. The smile was all goofy. Well, I'm going to have to look it up then because that sounds good. I enjoy a good scary movie. And I can't remember the last time I watched a new-ish scary movie. I think I've seen um, those Insidious movies, or what are they called? I think they're in. I think that I want to say I've seen the Insidious movies. I saw the one with what's it called? There's that one with Ethan Hawke where he sees he see the Babadook. Is that what it's called? Babadook? I don't know. A lot of those newer movies, they just kind of blend together for me. God, this really does not feel good on my ankle. Maybe I need to switch back to my other cuffs. I'm not sure. These do not feel good. Maybe if I put some socks on or something, like some really thick socks, I guess, because I don't like it. I'm gonna be a big baby tonight and just complain about everything. Yeah, it's very cool. Um, it's very cool how people are able to come up with some of these ideas. Yeah, usually I'll try to wear my ankle braces or something to help prevent the rubbing, but it hasn't been working the last couple times I've tried it in here. It doesn't matter. I don't even know what else I want to do. Maybe I could do a couple of squats or something. We could do some light squats. Well, that's always good. It's good to have backups of all those shows in case they go away. And a lot of those shows are very rewatchable. Well, the good news is I was able to lower the output bit rate from 2500 to 2000, which means the quality dipped by about 20%. However, since I did that, I've not gotten the little notification saying that it's being overrun. So I'm hoping that we won't run into those problems anymore, and then maybe later I can up it to maybe like 2300 and see if I get those messages. Although I wouldn't think that would be an issue, but what the hell do I know about these computers? So, and maybe we can get this to be a little less blurry. Squats always make me very tired. So maybe we'll do like 3 sets and we'll call it a day. Otherwise, I'll just be sitting here exhausted, trying to carry on some kind of conversation. The good thing about squats, though, is that it's basically the one exercise that you are allowed to do a set of and then take like a 20-minute break and then come back home and do it again. Whew. Cheeseburgers and potato wedges, that sounds real good. That sounds very good. I had something very similar to that yesterday. I grilled up some hot dogs and had hot dogs with chili and coleslaw. And then I made up some these little shoestring French fries that I got from the butcher shop. They were very good, although not something I should be having too often. I mean, if I'm going to be a big fat guy, it's one thing, but at least I can do it in moderation. You know, like I haven't had a hot dog on a bun in forever. You know, if I have hot dogs, it'll just be hot dogs on a plate, maybe cut up and eaten with some chili beans or something. Not too often do I have like a hot dog on a bun and then throw on top of that French fries. The carbohydrate to protein is very off, you know. Yeah, you were saying that the other day. I'm looking forward to you telling me how that turns out. Oh. I do love stuffing. Like tonight when I had tacos, it was like a little spoonful of rice, but then a lot of not that rice is a bad thing at all. You know, a lot of strong people who lift weights eat rice because they're rich in calories and complex carbohydrates and all that stuff. But I don't like to overdo it because I am a big fat guy, so I need to ease up on some of the stuff. But, you know, a moderate portion of rice, but then it's just ground beef, beans, cheese, a little bit of sour cream, and then I eat that. Every once in a while, I'll get, I might have like a handful of chips with it, but it's a very protein heavy meal. So I can at least lie to myself a little bit and say, okay, you ate like shit, but it could be worse. on the scale of terrible taco meats or taco dinners, you were middle of the pack. Which is what I shoot for. I just want to be middle of the road. That's where I'm comfortable at. Not too far over here, not too far back here, just right in the middle. As long as I have a belly that I can play the drums on, that is right here, I'm okay. If I can start playing my stomach drums when I'm out here, then we will have an issue. Here's fine. It's not good, but it's better than out here. When I can play the drums out here, then I need you to say so, Jock. I need you to say, hey, Leo, really appreciate hanging out with you, but you gotta lay off the corn dogs, because you are a big fat mess right now. That's what I need you to do, Jock, okay? When I start getting too fat, you gotta walk me back a little bit, because the change will happen so gradually that I won't be able to see it. I mean, well, I'll be able to see it when my shirts don't fit anymore, but you need to be the one to tell me, hey, fatty, you're having one too many pizzas lately, okay? Maybe have a cucumber today instead. Absolutely. I really, 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 really prefer the leg press. Oh, that's fantastic, Jock. I think you'll be very happy with it. You know, when you find a new appliance like that, you know, you can use it for a little while and then kind of get tired of it, or slowly just the honeymoon phase will be over. But I tell you, I've had my air fryer for about 2 years now, I think. Maybe closer to 3 almost. And I use that son of a bitch every day. Sometimes twice a day, 3 times a day, you know. Just cooking everything in it. And, you know, you go onto YouTube and you type in air fryer recipe, and it's people making fucking meatloafs and pork chops and beef patties and shrimp and chicken and all this stuff, right? And they all tell you how to do it. You know, a little bit of cooking spray or whatever, your seasoning, and things cook up really fast and crispy. And when you get the hang of it, you'll be able to make chicken really fast, but you know, it won't be dry. You know, you'll figure out the best temperature in which to the right temperature and the right time to cook all your stuff. So, you know, you can make some air fried chicken, not like deep fried or, you know, battered or anything, but just like chicken cutlets sprayed with a little bit of cooking oil or something, some seasoning, 10 minutes or so, and you have a nice juicy chicken breast. And most of them are really easy to clean. And just experimenting with it is so much fun, you know? It's like things that you normally wouldn't cook. You might feel a little bit more brave in trying because it's so easy. I mean, hell, even just warming stuff up, you know, like if you were to have some like, you know, if you cheat a little bit and you have like some leftover French fries, and you say, these French fries, I mean, depending on your weight loss goals or whatever, but like, I feel better about eating French fries if they're covered in protein. So, like, I don't care about my heart, you know, my cholesterol, my blood pressure. I just want to make sure I get my proteins in. So, for me, you know, I can use my air fryer to melt the cheese and warm up the chili on my French fries. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is like, you know, if you were to get stuff that was already breaded, you know, chicken tenders, chicken nuggets, chicken patties, things like that, they crisp up really well in the air fryer. Even like frozen hush puppies or frozen onion rings or frozen French fries. A lot of things that are battered aren't super good for you, you know. The alternative being deep frying, which is way worse, but it's a step in the right direction, you know. And then when you start getting new recipes, it's like, okay, well, I can eat better 5 times a week, and then maybe every 4th day I'll have something breaded. You know, kind of like wean yourself off of it, like a someone who's going to quit smoking. You know, you just you have the occasional cigarette, but the rest of the time it's nicotine patches. But I've seen some people make some damn good looking food in air fryers. You know, they make pork chops look really good, and just all kinds of really good looking stuff. And stuff that you can, you know, some of them you can have like a little tray. So you get your little tray, and it'll have, you know, it can cook the chicken and the potatoes and everything at the same time, and then you just put them together. That way you can kind of keep yourself in moderation too. Yeah, I bet they do I bet they do chicken wings really well. I'm not a big fan of chicken wings myself. I'm not really a bony kind of person. But if you like the crispy kind of chicken wings, I bet that it would do amazing in that because of just how crispy they get in there. You know, like if you get some of those you get some of those like Tyson chicken tenders with like the honey barbecue or whatever the hell they might be. You get some of those, and it comes out, and it tastes like it's been, in the oven for a certain amount of time, like 3 times as long, because it's cooked through, but it's also crispy. It's got that kind of broiled texture to it, where it's got a little crispy, and the more you use it, the more things you'll be able to try. Yeah, yeah, that's another thing about chicken wings is that I'm so cheap that like if I get a pound of chicken, I know that I'm going to eat a pound of chicken. So if a pound of chicken is $2, which it hasn't been for about 2 years now, but okay, a pound of chicken is $3. I spend $3. I get chicken. I cook chicken. I eat chicken. I paid $3 and I ate a pound of chicken. If I get if a chicken wing if chicken wings are $3 a pound, I give you $3. You give me a pound of chicken wings. I cook them up, and I eat them. I might be eating 6 ounces of chicken of meat. The rest is bones, and I am far too cheap to do that. It's I like getting a gallon of milk, drinking half of it, and just pouring the rest of it down the drain. I know when you cook ground beef, you'll lose some of it because the fat drips out and everything, but it's uh, you're just spending more. You're spending more money to get less food. Uh, and I can't do that. Like like last week, I got a pack of pork ribs, and they were $2, not $2 a pound, but $2. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna spend $2 on this. So I got it, and I said I hate pork ribs because there's so much bone and shit in them, but I'm just gonna cook the hell out of it. So I scorched that motherfucker. It was like the desert. It was so dry. But I ripped off every last shred of meat. And when I was done, I ate it, and I said that wasn't $2 worth of meat, but it was something. Uh, Especially like pork chops are usually pretty cheap too. You can usually get pork chops for maybe, depending on the cut, you can get pork chops for maybe like $2.50 a pound, maybe $3 if they're center cut. Oh boy, $15. It's I tell you, it's hard for me to see. It's hard for me to see the prices of some things and understand it, because when you say $15, I'm thinking, okay, for $15 I can get 5 pounds of chicken. For $15 I can get 5 pounds of pre-made beef patties. For $15 I can get about 7 dozen eggs. Oh, this is starting to hurt my hamstrings. For $15, I can get 4 pizzas, my little frozen pizzas that I like. Excuse me. Yeah, the beef ribs are so much better. But these were on sale, and I am stupid. So every time I see ribs on sale, not even on sale, but like, we need to sell these fast or else they're going to go bad, I always buy them. And I'm always thoroughly disappointed. But we're gonna sit down for a second. Oh, there's that little icon saying that we're being laggy. Okay, it's gone now. I'm not really sure what country style ribs are. These were these were a short pack of ribs. They had that layer of fat on the bottom, the rib bones on, in the middle, and on the top was, a pretty nice section of meat that probably would have tasted better if I cooked it correctly, but I I didn't want to waste my time with something that might not be good. Now, I've had the ribs where it's like they're not rib tips, but they're more like rib fingers, where it's just like a like a Jenga block of rib meat, and they've got some fat on it, but those I can handle because I can scorch them, and there's a whole lot of good meat on there. And if I were to bake it and then maybe grill it a little bit, it gets the texture, but it's still cooked through. Those are much more enjoyable. The little rack of ribs, it's a lot of unnecessary excavation. You know, it's being a it's being like an archaeologist, and you're digging through the sand, and you're hoping to find a Tyrannosaurus Rex skull, and you find a stick, and it's like, hey, well, this is a stick I didn't have before, uh, so it's you got that going for you, but it's I don't like having to dig through my food, like if you handed me a bowl of food, I don't want to be sifting through it to make sure that there's nothing in it that I don't like. I don't want to be eating potato salad and then have to fish out giant chunks of onion in it. I don't want to be having tuna and fish out bones in it. I don't want to, I don't need to keep giving examples of it. I think you understand. But the the uh, the whole rib thing, the chicken wings, even sometimes like fried chicken. I greatly prefer the boneless variety, which will make me a terrible person to have in your group when it comes time for the zombie apocalypse, and we're I'm being all I'm being all picky about my food. It's like, oh, I don't want to eat deer today. It's too much bones. It's too gamey. Can't we just go to McDonald's? It's not going to be very good for the survival situation. Yeah, there's the best way to buy ribs for me. There are two best ways to buy ribs. One is the McRib, and I know the McRib only contains rib meat, and it's a manufactured, processed hunk of meat that is in the shape of ribs, and it vaguely resembles ribs. I still love it, so I'll take the McRib, or I will take the boneless rib tips from various Chinese restaurants. Those little bitty shreds of rib that are covered in that red sauce that every Chinese restaurant seems to have. That's the only way I want to eat ribs. Other than that, I'm going to have to pass. I don't like overly bony things, and I don't like overly fatty things. Uh, so it's bone ribs are especially difficult for me. I haven't had popcorn chicken in a while. I had popcorn shrimp last weekend. It was very good. We went out. my I went out with my family, and we went to a this little fish restaurant here in town, and I had popcorn shrimp and a baked potato, and it was delicious. Yeah, those those Chinese, they all seem to share the same menu too, but those little bitty rib tips in that red sauce. Those are amazing. I've gone, I go sometimes I'll go back and forth between the like the beef and broccoli or the chicken and broccoli, and but the rib tips, that's the only way to go. Okay, all right. I feel like I've caught my breath. Did about an hour. I did not do an hour's worth of working out. I know that. We all know that. I I procrastinated a lot, but I feel like I was able to move a little bit of weight, and something is better than nothing. And I bet tomorrow my ass is gonna hurt because I decided to do squats like a fucking idiot, and it all jumped right into my fucking hamstrings. So, this is the world as we know it. But I'm going to be back on here tomorrow at some point for something. I'm not sure what. Maybe chest and triceps tomorrow. But you have a good day, Jock. Get back to your TV shows, and I'm going to after my shower, I'm going to look up. Well, after my shower, I'm going to get another bowl of tacos. But after that, I'm going to look up the trailer for Smile, and then tomorrow, if I see you, we can chat about it. Okay, buddy? But until then, you have a great rest of your evening, and I will talk to you later.